And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Howdy folks, today I'm talking about simplicity. I'm Tom Vasel, welcome to the Dice Tower. I like games that are simple many times because I think games can be overly complex. This is about building a city, but guess what? It's also simple, and in fact, there is only 5 things you do in this game. You will take a tile, you'll place that tile on the board 5 times. At the end of that, you score. Now you might be thinking, is there a game there? That sounds too small to be a game. Well, let's find out. In the middle of the table, you're going to build a board based on the number of players. So this is the full board. You're always going to use this middle one. Other than that, these are kind of just randomly placed out there like thus. Now, everyone's pieces are going to be placed next to a planning board here, and you're going to randomly pull tiles from this bag and put them next to this. So starting with the person who's at the top here, in this case it's the white pawn, that person's going to pick anything here. So let's say they go, you know what, I'm going to pick this blue one here. I can now place that on a plus sign or a diamond. So they look around the board and they place it here. Then they're going to put their pawn here. They're going to put the white disc on top of this. Each player has 5 of these to show which buildings are yours. And it's the next person's turn. Pink says, I'll go here. This one here goes on a circle spot on the board. And they pick a spot up here maybe. And then they'll put a pink disc on it. And you just keep doing that. Once everyone has taken a tile, and in fewer games, one person is going to get to put this dynamite on a tile that no one can take. This tile here can go anywhere, by the way, and any tile can go here in the middle. But once everyone's done that, then you're going to flip this board. You're going to move all the pieces over exactly in the order they're over here. So, you know, if this was the order people took the tiles, whoever takes the top tile is going to go first on the next turn. Whoever's on the bottom is going to get a victory point token. You will continue to do this until everyone has 5 tiles on the board. At that point, each person's going to score. Now, parks score differently. They're going to score based on a number of different things that they're next to. So the more, if you're next to 4 different types, then let's see, what is the 4th type here? This is an orange one. So if orange had been placed here, for example, this green one here is going to get 16 points. But if it's next to only 1 type, it's going to only score 1 point. The rest of them are going to score points based on, are you next to your own stuff or not? So if I have this building and I have another building next to it, I'm going to get some points for being next to my own discs. So that's 3 points. And then each building is worth points based on the group it's in. So this is 1 because it's by itself. If it's next to this other orange building here, that's 2 points. If I have a bunch of yellow buildings here, each of those yellow buildings, it doesn't matter who controls them, is going to be worth 4 points because it's a group of 4. You add together your points, and whoever has the most is the winner. Now, this game has okay components. Then I have a box here. All these fold up neatly, and they're going to fit in here, and then all the tiles fit in the bag. The tiles are fine. They're different types. I'm kind of surprised that the game comes with a score sheet. I guess you're just adding together your pieces. I don't think it needs one. These little discs are pretty small. I think they're okay. The pawns are okay. I mean, everything in this game is just kind of okay. It's not spectacular. The rule book's not bad, although considering how short the game is, it's a fairly lengthy rule book. Now, to answer your question, or answer my question, I guess you said it here at the beginning of the game, where you said, is there even a game here? And the answer is no. I'm really curious who greenlit this project, because this feels like one part of a bigger game. You are literally putting 5 tiles on the board. Now, on one hand, you might go, that's pretty cool, it's nice and light, but it doesn't really especially feel light. You're going to look at those tiles and try to figure out the best place to place them, which is often pretty obvious. A park you're going to put in a spot that has the most different tiles next to it. Any other building you want to put next to your own if possible, and you want to put it in a group. So if you already have 2 yellow buildings on the board and they're next to each other, you obviously, if there's a yellow building that you can put to add to that group, then you will do that. Here's the thing. This game has a mechanism I like a lot, which is take the better tiles and go last in turn order. There are many games that do that. This is a pretty bad one in that regard. Because, yes, the tile at the top, for example, can only go onto a square or a circle, whatever side you're on. And the one at the bottom can go anywhere. But if the tile at the top is the one that you need to put in the exact place, then that's the best choice for you. And that can easily happen. And since that can easily happen, you get to go first next round, and you got the exact tile you wanted. You say, well, no worries, luck will even out over the course of a game. You just got lucky for 20% of the game. I'm just kind of mind-boggled about this 5-tile only. I realize there are games where you don't make a ton of decisions, but the decisions you get here are just so small that it feels like, where's the game? I'm confused. This feels like a bigger part of the game. I should be placing 15 to 20 tiles at least over a course of a game. Or after I place a tile, decide what the orientation is, or something else. Simple's good, but not at the expense of fun. Simple's good, but not at the expense of good choice making. So I just can't really recommend this one. It doesn't really offer anything other games don't. There are plenty of games out there where you place a tile on the board and things happen. There's many of those city building games out there. What this one offers you is the fact that it's only 5 turns long. Okay, that's not particularly a selling point, but it might be, except there's not a lot of cool decisions to make. So why get it? And the answer is, you probably shouldn't. Anyway, I'm Tom Vasel, that's Simplicity, and you've been watching the Dice Tower. Dice Tower Judgment, where's the game?